Hey y'all, we're back here at Radio Salado at the historic Stagecoach Inn along these gorgeous Salado Creek banks. We have had many guests that we love, but I can't say that there's one that I and we love more than our beloved K.D. Hill, co-founder of Barrow Brewing, with her husband, Graydon. And little backstory there. Many moons ago, I taught lots and lots of yoga. Now I teach a little bit of yoga. And when I did, we were out at my barn doing yoga. And as KD and Graydon were dreaming up the idea of Barrow for this town, this precious village that we call home, I got to see her eyes light up every time they made a new sort of benchmark along the trajectory of opening those doors. And I believe, let's see, what year was the first year that Barrow opened?
We opened in 2016.
Coming right out of economic downturn, I-35 expansion, and launching into festival mode pretty much from the get-go, it felt like. I mean, you've been such a hub for festivals and just celebrations of creativity, I feel like, from the get-go, and it just keeps going from Shires to Oktoberfest to wrestling to sculpting. I mean, every form of creativity, it seems like you're just such a champion for that creative, courageous
Thank you for
spirit.
saying that. Thank you. People always ask why we wanted to do this, and after moving to Salado, my husband looked around and he said, what could we contribute? There are all these artists here, these creatives here, and they were really living out their purpose and their creativity. And he was a home brewer, and the market was right, the place was right. We were like, it was God's hand that found this location, 108 Royal, where the brewery is. But we really wanted to be able to contribute to that creative spirit here in town. And now
and offer a hub for it.
Yeah, like that was like, that wasn't actually our intention, but it really has become a center point for the brewery. Like every week we host the farmers market, there's Fourth Friday art walk, and we're able to support other small businesses. And it's really like, what an honor to get to be a part of somebody's journey like that.
I can't tell you how many times I'm outside of Salado now, and people will say, "Oh yeah, Salado, Texas, Stagecoach and Barrow. That's what we do," or "That's where we want." If they haven't been here yet, that's what they keep hearing over and over again. It's our creek, it's Barrow and Stagecoach on repeat. And I think that's just a testament to how much heart and blood, sweat, and tears y'all have poured into this endeavor. It's Salado wouldn't be Salado without Barrow.
Well, thank you. It's always been, kind of like a gemstone in Central Texas, the shining point that people look to as an example, like in other small towns. I grew up just over in Florence, and we were always like, what's Salado doing? What's happening there? And now to be a part of that is really special.
Part of that story. Mike, are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. All that to say, it hasn't been running a business, let alone a brewery, that is so multifaceted. Every day probably feels like it is just chock full of to-do list. And yet there's these rewards that come in, both expected and unexpected. Could you speak both to sort of the trials and also just these like unforeseen gifts that come on board as you've built this? I mean, with your teams that you've built, from the Barrow Bike team to the Barrow Pizza team to Barrow Events teams, your work here is so needed and so valued.
I want to say, like, we work a lot, and our family and our personal time has taken a back seat to that sometimes. But even with like all the work that we've done, it's God's hand. Like, my husband and I were both very introverted. Like, when he came to me and he said, I want to open a brewery, I said, you're going to have to talk to people. Like, what are you thinking?
If you know Graydon, that's funny.
And he's like, no, we'll hire the right people. And we've been so lucky to hire, and just really intentionally hiring the right people. We've had an amazing team. Some of these people have been with us all 10 years, and some, it's just a jumping off point for them. One of our former Beer Tenders now has a wedding venue in town. Like, how cool is that? And
super cool.
Yeah.
What's the name of the wedding venue?
It's the venue at Salado, the one with the little chapel.
Yeah,
The Village venue.
Near Pace Park.
Yes. Yes, that's
Cool.
Paloma's place.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm so proud of her. Like, yeah. So, but like God's hand, you know, really like taking these two introverts, taking a brewery, like God's using a brewery, like the relationships and the connections that happen within that space are just pure gold. And there's no explaining it. Like, hard work doesn't do that. But you know, there's a little bit of magic involved, and
I'd say a lot of magic.
Yeah. It's just unforeseen. So one of the beautiful things that we've seen are all these different communities pop up. The bike club, our friend Berta, she's been integral in that, and
lifelong childhood friend of mine.
Yes.
Berta Davis.
She's like a founding member of the bike club, and now we're going on year 6 or 7 of hosting a Volks ride, raising money for the fire department.
She's behind that too.
Yes.
She's a go-getter.
Like, here's a space, then the people show up, and then the people start doing good. And it's like that. We just wanted to brew beer, but now here's something really amazing happening. And part of the Volks ride, you know, happened because we were in COVID, and like you couldn't have big groups of people all together, but you could send people off on a bike ride. Like, they're safe on their bikes.
Right.
So just being creative has always been a part, I think, of what we do and how we problem solve. We have a run club that meets, rain or shine. This run club shows up, and they have Christmas parties. You know, they go to each other's weddings and baby showers. And now one of our run clubbers, she just had her baby, so we all bought her a stroller, and now this baby's in the run club. And just, what a blessing to be able to see, you know, these families growing up, and these people. I think, you know, this day and age, like, we're on our phones all the time. We're so isolated, but here is this space, and it's a lot, you know, honestly, it's a lot like a church, you know, or an English pub. You know, it's always been part of a community that I think is essential, is having that third space and that central space for people to gather. And it's so healthy. It's so healthy to show up and see other people. And I've learned so much by owning this brewery. And of course, we have an amazing staff and just amazing supporters that have been through the last 10 years with us. And I'm grateful for every minute of it. But God's hand has worked through this place. In a couple of weeks, we have the Hallelujah Tour coming. Father Bill Miller, do you know him?
I know of him.
He's an Episcopal priest. He used to own Padres in Marfa, and then the Episcopal Diocese sent him to Hawaii. They sent him to New Orleans. Now he's in Round Top. And Father Bill Miller wrote The Beer Drinker's Guide to God. And then he's written several books about his dogs and his rescue dogs. So he'll be here on August 3rd on another book tour. And I read his book before we opened the brewery. I was like, are we really doing this? And his book was really influential on us. And so I wrote to him afterwards. I said, your book was so influential. If you're ever in Salado, please stop by. So we've been on his book tour a few times now. And it's just so special to have this, like, full circle moment with someone who influenced us. He had no idea. And now he's part of our story. And he wrote another book, and Barrow Brewing is in that book.
Oh, how cool.
Like, it's so cool. And, there are so many people doing amazing things, and to have a space like Barrow, and, you know, we get to meet so many more people than we would have. Like, what a gift. Like, yeah, sorry.
It's such a gift, and it truly takes a village, right? I mean, think about how you're the manpower just to put on the daily endeavors for Barrow, let alone a full-scale event when y'all do a festival.
Yeah.
I mean, it truly takes a village.
It does.
You know, one of the things that I feel so kindred toward you about is, yes, our love of Salado, yes, our love of Salado Creek, but it's this idea, and it's just innate in the way we're made, in that you seek to connect. You connect communities, you connect, and you're a builder too, but you know, you connect people and souls, and I love connecting. And in our Save Salado Creek endeavor, our motto is, or our slogan rather, is building bridges together since 1868. And you're constantly, metaphorically and literally, building bridges. And I wanted to speak to that a little bit, but before I lose this next thought, I want to note something else. There's something to be said for sacred ground. And the springs for Salado, granted, Salado has many sacred areas, I'm sure, if not all of Salado and Texas for that matter and beyond. But if you look to areas where people congregate and rely upon for, decades, generations, the springs are such a source, metaphorically and literally, for that sense of community. And as God would have it, you all now are, for lack of a better phrase, in some ways, the guardians of those springs and caretaking around the energy around them, the people that come and congregate, and making sure that area is treasured, beloved, and in a space for gathering in the most sacred way.
I've had so many meetings with Fish and Wildlife, Texas Parks and Wildlife, Fish and Game, about our stewardship of the little bit of Salado Creek bank that Barrow owns, and managing that riparian environment with the public's desire to recreate there. And we try to be really responsible and intentional about what we do there. And people are going to show up. If there's moving body of water, people show up.
Especially as beautiful and pristine as these springs are.
Yes.
And they're just such a source of rejuvenation and respite and inspiration.
Yes.
And, as God has decided, you all are right there helping to safeguard them and steward them for the now, for the past, and also for the next generation.
Right.
It's no pressure.
Yeah.
No pressure.
No, it's such a responsibility. We see the field that's outside of Barrow. It's we're trying to grow grass. like it's so hard because there's so much foot traffic. And so we've changed our operations a little bit and just trying in minor ways to, prevent erosion and grow grass. And I don't know, it's hard.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to consider.
We thought we were just going to brew beer.
Now
we got to grow grass.
Right. Yeah. So many factors at play. Many factors at play. And though this is pre-recorded, I just want to note that today even, talk about community and safeguarding the creek and building bridges. Lord, we're doing it all today. Today, as this is recorded, we are... how often do you hold a celebrity beer tending event?
This is the second time we've done it.
So this time I'll let you tell the folks.
So we brought in a celebrity beer tender, and we let that person choose a nonprofit that they want to support. And tonight, Mayor Jeff Ingram will be there, and he wanted to support Save Salado Creek, a wonderful cause, and something that we would love to be able to help shine more light on. And of course, it's near to all of our hearts. So Mayor Ingram will be there 5 to 8 p.m. And all of the tips that, are tipped, I guess, or contributed during his shift will go to the cause. And that's only the second time we've done this, but the first time went really great. And we hope to do it more often. Finding somebody that is well known in the community and has a heart to give back. As a small business in a small town, we all get asked all the time for sponsorships and donations, and it's a lot. And so we're trying to find ways to give back in a creative way, and be supportive without breaking our bank, because if we give it all away, we're not here to be in business. There's nothing else to give. And so
it's like the giving tree concept. Can't give all your apples away, because then
we need some seeds. So so this is just a creative fundraising effort that I hope it's a success. And Mayor Ingram poured a beer the other day as practice. So
he's so funny.
Yeah, he got his TABC certificate, so we're legal.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're checking all the boxes. So I think he's a great sport, and I believe some of the Save Salado Creek directors will be there. The board will be there, and hopefully we can talk to people about what's happening.
And Save Salado Creek's going to be selling T-shirts, and they'll be giving away stickers. They actually dropped some off here recently, so we'll have fun stickers to go on everybody's mugs or phones or whatever you want. Mine's actually on my phone. It's been there a while. Okay, we've got Mayor Ingram coming tonight. Tell us some more, if you wouldn't mind, about what you're most excited about and some traditional events that people look forward to, let's say across the next 6 to 12 months at Barrow. Zero in on whatever you'd like to, because I know y'all have got a full calendar. I know October is really busy for y'all. There's something about a Jimmy Buffett concert I just heard about recently, which I'm so excited about, and let's see what else. Our Christmas stroll, collaborations maybe with Stagecoach that we could look forward to in the future, perhaps, since our properties are adjoining here next to you and all along the creek bank with Serena Park. So let's hear it.
So
let me have it.
Well, first, I don't know if you know this, but we have a seltzer on tap. We started brewing our own seltzer, and it's a gluten-free option.
She's speaking my love languages, and she knows it.
Yes, I had to plug that. Right now, our Hat Tip Hefeweizen, our summer seasonal, is still on tap, but we're about to release Oktoberfest. It's already that time of year, and that brings in October, but man, we're doing so many fun things.
I know. I was about to say, there's so many.
It's almost every week.
But you can say, for those who don't know or are trying to keep up and trying to mark their calendars, we've all got such busy calendars. I mean, you do such a great job of posting it on social media and on your website.
It's all on our website.
Which is?
barrowbrewing.com.
Okay, and we'll...
barrowbrewing.com.
And we'll make sure folks have that at home, too, when we get this all ready to go. Okay, so we've got... Jimmy Buffett's coming up. What else?
Yeah.
What is that event, by the way?
Well, I guess in Florida, they declared August 30th Jimmy Buffett Day. And,
smart idea.
This brilliant man, he had such an influence on wrote so many great books and songs.
Come Monday's my favorite.
Oh, so good. So we found a local band that can play some covers, and we'll just invite
like Bell County or
Scott Taylor's band. They'll be out, and it'll just celebrate Jimmy Buffett. Like, what a legacy.
Yeah.
And after that, we have the Salado Shire that's going to happen again. Just a little mini Ren Fair that's free and open to the public. But it's
you did it in February last year, right?
We did, and we were like, well, we should do it twice a year.
Oh,
like, why not?
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll continue. We'll see how it goes. We did it in February because there was nothing going on in February. There's also nothing going on in September, and it's really cold. It's really hot, but these
Texas, y'all.
Yeah, but it's good. I mean, it worked out. It was a beautiful day. Like,
you never know with Texas.
Yeah.
You gotta roll that dice.
Yeah. But it's fun. And it's fun because we get, with that event and with the Scottish gathering in November, we get to kind of combine our footprint with the shed and on the creek. Our properties are adjacent, and so we connect it
on the creek. They're so great.
Yeah, and it just connect, like, the festival kind of follows Salado Creek, and it's so beautiful, and it's magical. It feels like a fairy wonderland. So we were saying,
it is a fairy wonderland.
Yeah, we turned Salado into the Shire for a day.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. And then October comes, and we're celebrating Oktoberfest. Checkpoint Germany, the best German food truck in Texas, comes out every weekend. We have polka music and German games, and we just get to celebrate. And oh, it's so fun. November is the Scottish gathering. This will be 65 years, and that's a huge thing.
Massive thing.
It's huge. Like,
and the energy in it is just so
I can't
robust.
Tell you today. I can't tell you today, but go on the Salado Museum's socials, because the museum will be making some very big announcements about new things coming up this year at the gathering. Very, very cool things are happening.
I can tell you're giddy about it.
Oh man, I've been working on this, and I can't announce it yet, but it's so cool. This gathering is going to be one for the books. And then Christmas happens, and of course Salado turns into a Hallmark movie.
Yep, it is.
You're on the front row right here at Radio Salado.
That's right. We got front porch tickets right here.
Yes.
the other day, someone was again referencing Salado being Mayberry-esque, like a little Mayberry. But then in my little cosmic cowgirl heart, I started thinking about that phrase a lot, and I came up with this phrase, and I just want to see how it sits with you. They're like, so why is Salado so precious? What is so, I said, it's Mayberry Town, whatever. But then I said, you know what? It's really feels like a small town kind of kissed by Mark Twain.
Ooh.
And it doesn't, that resonates, doesn't it? It's that Mark Twain sort of adventurous spirit up and down the creek. Little Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah.
Yes. It's so alive here for the kids and families here. Mm-hmm. And on that note, while Barrow is such a gift to Salado, Barrow wouldn't be the same without that creek and those springs. Mm-hmm. Neither would Stagecoach. Stagecoach probably wouldn't exist without the creek, because this is why it was, why it is one of the second oldest hotels in Texas, because they chose this beloved place, these gorgeous, beloved creek banks.
Yes.
To set up their HQ.
Yes.
Of Wonderland.
A gathering place.
Of Mark Twain Wonderland.
Yes.
I
tell people, you can try this on. Mayberry meets Stars Hollow from the Gilmore Girls, because of all the B&Bs in town.
Yeah, my daughter Harper, I love Gilmore Girls too, but she knows all the lore.
Yes, yes, and we've got so much lore here.
Yeah,
so many good stories and little secrets, that you learn as you live here longer and longer, and it's just it's even better. It's even better.
Moons ago, Granger Esch, who used to be the business resident prior to you at the Barrow location, before it was Barrow, y'all, it was called the Silver Spur Theater, and it was a live theater, just a nod to vaudeville theater and original theater scripts, and it also became the hub for our summer arts camps that we would call. Originally, it was Silver Spur Arts Camps, which then evolved into Imagineer Arts Academy. And we would our chant at Imagineer Arts Academy, which actually will be held at Table Rock this year, Table Rock Amphitheater, is Imagineers are, and they say back. So I lead with that, and their call and response. They respond with brave, and they show me their muscles, and then they say kind, and they give themselves a big hug, and then they say resilient. And that came from just kids telling me who they were and who they hope to be. And I see that brave, kind, and resilient spirit all over everything that you touch.
Oh, wow, goosebumps.
It's true. And life is not cotton candy for anyone every day. And with COVID, with just the crazy political climate locally and beyond, with things like cancer in this world. You can go down the list in terms of hardships, mental health, whatnot. It's humanity that brings us back together, and I see Barrow offering that over and over and over again. So, if there was ever a person who believes in the motto that is Barrow, whatever your motto is, I'm here for it. Building bridges, building community, building friendships against all odds, right? It really is against all odds. Think about the weather elements alone.
Yeah, no, seriously. Before we could open, we had to change the law, and so from the beginning, it took a village to make this brewery happen, and it really has been uphill. But thankfully, we've been surrounded by this beautiful slice of humanity, walking it with us. So Graydon and I are so grateful to be here. We're grateful for the team and the people that show up. I never really understood, and then this year has been so hard. We've had so many big losses in our community, and it's just...
We have.
Oh, it's been hard.
And shocking, out of nowhere, kind of. There was no forewarning of...
Yeah, and
losing these central characters to Salado's story.
Yes.
Tyler Fletcher, Rick Thompson. I'm sure there are more. That's just off the top of my head. People show up to honor their lives, and then they keep showing up to be there for each other. And it just taught me again how important it is to show up and show up. You don't have to do anything or say anything.
And as a small business in a small town, like when customers just show up, it means the world. Like you don't even have to buy anything, just browse. Like, just get on the Wi-Fi. Like you showed up. It really makes a difference for small business owners.
To show up and be present.
Yeah.
And even when you can't bring your best face, at least bring a kind one.
Yeah. Say that to the online community.
Yes. Amen.
Yes.
Keyboard warriors, please choose kindness. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, speaking of keyboard warriors, let's talk about how you've built your online community. I mean, y'all have like tens of thousands of followers now on Instagram, on socials. Y'all are popping.
We just broke 12,000 followers on Instagram, and
love it.
Yeah, that's just amazing, and I'm so grateful for it. There have been some mom influencers the last couple of years, especially, who have discovered Barrow and how it's kid friendly, it's dog friendly, it's family friendly.
Yes.
And this is a place where, oh man, just yesterday, a couple I met, they're moving here from the Leander Cedar Park area. They're moving here.
Because?
Yeah.
Because of this?
Yes. And
little town kissed by Mark Twain atmosphere and community and friendship and kindness.
Yes.
But it's also, that creek is just such a beacon.
Yes.
I can't say it enough.
Yes. The flooding that we had in May this year was so bad. It's the worst I've seen it in the last 5 or 6 years. And then it happened 3 times, 3 weeks in a row, that creek flooded. And it completely changed the landscape of Salado right here around that creek. And when I talk to the experts, they're like, well, this is where the elevation rises and the alluvial plain spreads out. And so this is a natural place, for the creek to spread out. And the creek is going to move and it's going to stretch and it's going to retract. And this is totally normal. And so because, after the floodwaters receded, we were like, wow, what is this? This is so weird. But then the experts say, the best thing you can do is just leave it alone. This is nature. This is totally normal. Because it really, the creek really does take a big bend.
Oh, yeah.
Right here.
You're at the elbow.
Yeah.
For sure.
This is the gathering place for us and for all the gravel.
Right.
And it's going to wash downstream eventually. But for now, it's just another thing to try to find some appreciation for. The change is part of the story. I forgot where I was going with that, but mom influencers found us. We've gotten lots more followers, and it's really neat to see. The Day Tripper just posted about Stagecoach Inn.
I saw.
Oh, it's so nice.
It is. He's so great. I love Chuck Garner and his family. They're so dear to us, and they've been so dear to the Hayes family, David Hayes family, who they're the owners of Stagecoach, primary owners, and all from Georgetown, which is just a hop skip to the south of us. But such supporters of a place that we also love and call home. It's like a moth to a flame. It's like Texans to a creek. We just can't help ourselves, right? Yes. Are there any other kind of stories and or events that are coming up where and I'll talk to you more about this after the show too, but there's folks that in your midst that we want to focus on here at Radio Salado and celebrate their stories. I'm going to get Berta Davis on here. Tell me about Volks Ride. Tell me about anything else you've got going on in the community. Are there any that you can kind of think of maybe that Salado folks don't know about yet, and or if you've never been to Barrow, what are you missing? It's hard to put it on camera, but folks, you're missing out if you've not been to Barrow. So I guess the question is, what is happening in the next 6 months that maybe, we have not heard that much about yet? There's the I just feel like you always have so many things in the queue, and I think I have my finger on the pulse of stuff, and then, Casey Stanislaw walks in and goes, have you heard about the Jimmy Buffett thing happened at Barrow? I'm like, no, you don't even live here, Casey Stanislaw. What is this? So, but you've got, a lot of just new things, but also traditional things. So we've got Jimmy Buffett, Volks Ride. I just want folks at home to be able to kind of hear it from you.
Oh, man. I think I've covered almost everything. We have camp games against cancer coming up.
I heard about that. What is that?
Courtney Kendrick came to me, and she's like a personal coach and leadership coach, and she works a lot with the military and a lot with athletes, and her grandfather died of cancer, and she was inspired to support the American Cancer Society. They did so much for her family when they were walking through this with her granddad. And so we're going to have some like traditional summer camp games and these competitive teams that want to win. And, you know, that's a fun day for a good cause. And I hope it's a success. I think, I mean, it'll be fun. We've wanted to do something like this for a long time. And to partner with Courtney was just like the perfect timing. So, and then Mandy Rowden, you know Mandy Rowden. I love
Mandy Rowden, yes. And she's the founder of, not only is she a Lucky Star alum, Camp Lucky Star alum, as I am. That's how we came to know each other a couple of decades ago out at Camp Waldemar. But, you know, she also is the founder of the Texas Women's Singer-Songwriter Festival that's coming up in September. Yes. And she's the founder of Girl Guitar out of Austin. So she's coming to the brewery as well?
Yes, Sunday, August 2nd. She's teaching a 90-minute guitar 101 lesson, like $30, and she loans you a guitar if you need a guitar, and you'll come away being able to play something, make some music, which that's just phenomenal.
Right, that gift.
Yeah, and
to then yourself.
She's going to give us a quick show afterward. Like Mandy Rowden is doing really cool things, so to be able to host her, I hope people show up for that. I hope people are curious. Like, don't you love it when people are curious? Yeah. Like
you make me curious all the time. I want to come to everything you're putting on. I mean, and now Mandy Rowden for sure, and this pastor, tell me his name
Father
again.
Bill Miller, August 3rd, the very next day.
Okay, so there I am. That's what I'm doing that weekend, folks. I want all who need it most to experience the magic and wonder that is Barrow.
Yeah, that's why we started doing the summer lecture series, and it's about to be over. The last week is this week with Brandon Ryder, and he's talking about songwriting.
And he's getting ready to release a new album. I think he's been recording.
Yes, he said he's written 25 songs for this album.
He's a hometown hero for sure.
Yeah, and for him to come,
and he's a philanthropist.
Yeah, and he's gonna share
Heart of gold.
Share this inspiration and share his I don't know how
his craft.
Yeah, share that with us for free on a Sunday afternoon with beer. Like, who doesn't want to?
He says the only thing he loves as much as making music is making food. He does those dinner shows that are just so amazing, like campfire shows. We love him too. He's such a great Saladoan. Well, I can't thank you enough for being here. And if folks want to find you, they go to Barrow Beer on Instagram, correct?
Yes.
And then is it Barrow Brewing on Facebook, or is it Barrow Beer as well?
Barrow Brewing Company on Facebook and barrowbrewing.com. The website will lead you everywhere else you need to go, probably. Yeah.
Well, stay tuned, y'all, because, I mean, they've always got just an amazing lineup of events, community-driven, courageously creative events at Barrow. It is certainly a huge piece of the heart of Salado, and we couldn't do it without them. Couldn't be the magic that Salado is without Barrow. So from our saddle to the stars, we'll see y'all soon. Happy trails. Hop on to barrowbrewing.com and stay tuned. We'll see y'all soon.